Hello YouTube, welcome to XCode. Today I will be making an iOS application. More specifically, we'll create an iPhone application that we will run on simulator, that is iPhone SE simulator. And previously I created an Android app in which I spoke about how to handle events of button in Android application. So I will try to mock that same tutorial in iOS, that so that it will make a comparison that how much easier it is to code for iPhone or how much easier it is to code on Android. It's up to your choices. It's up to the availability of development tools that you have. So let's get started. For pretty much basic thing, that our application will look like this. Pretty much a label and a button. A click of button will kind of changing the text of the text view. By default the text is labeled. So this is the final mockup layout that final layout will be having as the UI of our application. So how did I went up to this UI? It's simple. I just went into the Xcode. If you click on Xcode, you will see that it opens the previous window. So I am going to file new and I will be creating a project. And Xcode gives you thousands of varieties to what you want to create. It's like iOS, and if you are in iOS, you will see single view application, game, master detail application, page based application, tabbed, sticker pack is a new thing that you can make sticker pack. It does not require a single line of code. It just requires some assets. You put it into the folder, and a message application or any application will be able to pick those stickers. And it's a quite fancy thing. And then there's an iMessage application. If you go into watchOS, then you can create libraries and frameworks and application. If you go in tvOS, then single view web, same thing that appears in iOS, but minimalistic things. You can create macOS command line tools using C++, even Swift, Cocoa application, and a game. And for cross platform, you can create cross platform private games that will run on all the platforms of Apple, such as iOS, macOS, tvOS, watchOS. That's it. It's a pretty basic thing. And you can create in-app purchase contents. So once we are in iOS, we'll choose single view application, and that's it. That's all. Because our view or application does not contain more than one view, so we are choosing single view application. So press next. Okay, in product name, we can be typing. Let's type it button click. Sorry, my bad. Okay, we will choose Swift as the language and iPhone as the device. This is the company identifier. I will rename it to com.death. Button click. It's a reverse of your domain, so that's why I've written com.death. Okay, and I will typing it organization name as death. So let's next. Once all these steps are done, you will be asked to where you want to put this for project. I'm putting it into the documents folder, and I'm not creating any sort of, I'm not adding this to any project, so I'm creating a new project. That's it, simple. Create. And once everything is done, you will see something like this. Not something like this, pretty much basic. You will see this thing. Mm, you'll see this thing. First of all, let's set it to none. Okay, you will see that it's a pretty basic thing about your application. It's just identity, where you can set display name to the application, bundle identifier, and that's how uniquely your application will be identified over the app store. Its version, its build number. After that, signing authority, there you can sign into your Apple developers account. That's a paid thing. It requires $99 per year subscription based thing. So it's quite a nasty thing. But once you start developing for iOS, it will be a pretty legit for you that you should sign up for that, and you will be earning quite hefty amount if you are a good developer or you are having some great ideas to develop for. Okay. So our application will always reside in portrait mode. So I will turn off the landscape right and landscape left. The status bar is default, but I will just okay keep it default. These are the app icons. You can always find app icons in assets folder. That is, this is the app icon. Now this app icon is default blank icon. You don't have an info.plist. Whenever you want to define some rule, like in Android we were having a manifest file. It is the same kind of file. In here we can type in, or we can add some new rules and define some new values to rules. So we can add row, and then we can choose different kind of rules. So for now I'm not doing this kind of stuff because it's a simple pretty basic app, and it will not require any sort of high-end configurations and high-end requests. So the main thing here is this thing. This is, let's delete this content, delete this button. This is the UI that you will see once in a while, because not in a once, but whenever you start a first project you will see this thing. If you have chosen blank app to blank a single view application. So there's a thing called object browser. This is object library. This round circular button containing a square in it, it's an object browser. From this you can pick a label, you can put it in the center of the UI, and then there is a button. As of now you can see that there's a difference. Yesterday when I was coding for Android, I chose the code view. Like I typed in the code for button, then this wrap content, I height was the width, wrap content, match parent, and that stuff. But here I'm choosing the drag and drop method because it's quite easy in iOS application development to drag and drop, and it has higher amount of feasibility to do that because in okay. So let's be now you can see that we are on an iPhone 7, but whenever we switch to the smaller iPhones you will see that this is not in the center, and the button is even lost. So what we can do for this, iOS toolkit Xcode provides a pretty nasty thing that I am kind of in love with, that command A, select all the components and go to, I don't know where that thing is. Let's see. I cannot find that. Okay. Here the triangle with a parallel line. Click on it and reset to suggested constant. This is called auto layout. That means all the constants are applied to this UI. That means that it should always be in center of the screen. This button always should be in the bottom of the screen. So if you go to any other device, any smaller device, you will see that UI remains the same. So it's a pretty awesome thing that I kind of praise. So there's the UI that we were creating. So let's choose our button, make it a, don't make it, make it fill the UI completely. We will update the constant as soon as we complete the markup. Okay, that's it. So we can go there, update constants. Constants are updated, but it's showing the fidelity warnings. So command A, remove constants, reset to suggested constant. So everything is done, and I like the gravity of the text to be in center. So that's why it's center, and I will change the color to, I don't like black. I'm choosing red color over the black. So its color is gone. Okay. Button structure. Let's take it blue. No, not blue. Let's take it red. Okay. Alignment is center, and let's background to be aqua. Our background is aqua. So our button is done. Our label is done. So let's jump into the assistant editor. That means this UI, however, link it to a code. So we can open the both thing at once. So let's tip it off, tip it off. So now we are having UI and the code. So just in Android we were like doing something like making a button element. Okay, I'm sorry for the spinning wheel. My system kind of stuck. We were creating a button, then update of the button, then hooking up with the button using find view by ID. Okay, I'm sorry for this thing. This kind of stuff we were trying to do in Android, but and pass we were passing the IDs in this braces, but in iOS it's a pretty easy thing to do. What we have to do is just press Control and drag it to the class. So it's an outlet because will be showing an output to it. I will name it text view, and it's a UI label, and its storage type is weak. I will discuss about the storage type in later tutorials. So connect it, and this is a button. It will always perform some action. That's why it will be an IB action. So control drag and bottom. It's not outlet. Change it to action. Its action is change text view. Touch up inside. Argument type sender. Object type is any. That means it will hook up to anything. So connect. Okay, that's it. It's like Android's direct call method that it automatically call this method change text view. So if you change text view dot text equals to, I clicked the button. So we don't need semicolons in here. So this is the whole thing. So this is the app. So let's give it a hit and see how it works out. How it works. This is the simulator. I kind of don't own a real iPhone, so that's why I'm showing you this on an iPhone simulator. So if I'm bad, let's pause it for a while so that. So this is how our app looks on the simulator, and I can assure you this application will look same on any iPhone device with any screen size, whether it is iPhone 4S, whether it is iPhone 5, iPhone 5 SE, iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, any device, because of the feature of constraints with auto layout. So click on button and you will see the label is changed. And if you want to explore this thing more, what you can do, Swift is a pretty easy language. You can always opt for learning Swift on playgrounds, and you can implement whatever you want. So for later videos I will be asking for your reviews, asking for your requirements that what you want to see in the later videos. If you have some specific things to learn, if you want some specific things I will be teaching you, then you can ask about those in this comment section in the video below. And I hope you like the video. Share, subscribe, and like it. If you don't like, please comment that too, just so that I can improve myself. And thank you for being with me. You were a fantastic audience. Okay, thank you very much.